Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin-yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. Tuesday, November 15th, around 7 p.m. Mountain Time 2022. Rare 3.0 magnitude earthquake rattles Louisiana. And take a look at the models for the Northeast. Vermont could be buried. The big story, wave after wave of snow to arrive in the Great Lakes and the Northeast. Keep calm. It's boom time. December-like cold will continue to set the stage for snow. Not one, but 2 or 3 rounds of snow will take aim at the northeast tier of the U.S. in the coming week. What a tweak. And that means good skiing, but the Northeast isn't opening early. But the first East Coast ski resort is in, wait for it, North Carolina. Can you imagine that? First time ever. Sugar Mountain Resort, North Carolina. The first ski resort on the East Coast to open. That says a lot about the East Coast snow. Snow is on the way for western New York as the first winter storm watch is issued. A winter storm watch for heavy lake effect snow is in effect for Erie, Genesee, Wyoming, and Jefferson counties for Thursday evening through Sunday. Snow total accumulations in this long duration event of 1 to 2 feet or more are possible in the most persistent lake snow regions. So holy macaroni, it's not even winter, and western New York may be buried. Here's a quick snapshot of the approximate snowfall totals near Chi-Town through this morning. The biggest snow fell from Ottawa through Joliet, where 1 to 4 inches fell just west of Chi-Town. Trout Lake, say it ain't soda, yes, hits 13.5 inches this morning in Minnesota. Snow continued to fall across much of the Northland Tuesday morning with some impressive snowfall totals up on the North Shore, including 13.5 inches near Trout Lake. And light snow is also blanketing parts of Kansas, and the moisture is encouraging farmers as the first widespread messy winter weather starts up on Wednesday. And where is it? Well, wait for it. In the Northeast, like a beast. Let's take a look. Snowfall analysis from the last 48 hours showing widespread snow. Biggest winters here in Minnesota and the Upper Peninsula. But that is going to continue to move east with winter weather in the Northeast, strong Santa Ana winds to impact Southern California. Snow and mixed wintry precipitation will impact travel from the Midwest across the Appalachians and into the Northeast. A winter storm warning has been issued for northern Maine. It's insane, as heavy snow is expected on Wednesday. Heavy lake effect snow will impact several areas downwind of the Great Lakes midweek into the weekend, with strong Santa Ana winds impacting Southern California through Wednesday. Let's take a look at the models here and walk it through. You can see that storm mixing rain and snow in that little mix region. That's going to quickly move up into the Northeast, wreaking havoc up there through Wednesday and into Thursday. That's when the lake effect bands kick in, dumping more heavy snow in those persistent lake effect snow band regions. And another clipper here coming in. And we do have another nor'easter lining up for about 8 days from now. And that's going to bring us these heavy snowfall totals. Here's the snow that's going to move through in the next 3. This is the snow through Thursday. And you can see that heaviest lake effect band there, 16 inches showing up. But most of Vermont and northern New Hampshire are going to be in the 6 to 12 inch range. So big snow event, all of northern Maine up in the foot region. And then there are more systems that are plan on coming, bringing over 38 to 48 inches of snow on some of these models to Vermont. So could be a banner ski season up in the Northeast. Take a look at those snow totals. Hello. Now, a rare 3 magnitude earthquake rattles the Northwest Louisiana town of, I don't know, Mooringsport around 1:45 p.m. Sunday, November 13th. A 3 magnitude earthquake struck near Shreveport, Louisiana. It was a shallow baby. The 3-mile deep quake hit just southwest of Mooringsport. So lots of people felt it, and a very rare quake indeed. Seismic update. No quakes of note. We've got a rare rumbler up here in the Canadas, a 3.05 kilometers northeast of Bois de Filon, wherever that is. And all is quiet on the Western Front. Strange quake out here just south of Australia at 5 magnitude in the middle of nowhere. Could be some transverse action. We've had some interesting quakes happening intraplate recently, which could be, well, indicative of the Earth growing rapidly. as the magnetosphere wanes. And a remote undersea volcano is now believed to be erupting in the Pacific. Can you believe this? The Ahyi Seamount. And just to give you some context on where that is, it's out in the Marianas area. So it's right there, the Seamount. And it is in fact, in the middle of nowhere here. Here is the Kamchatka up top here. China Sea, East China Sea, Japan. So you follow the Japan Trench down here towards the Marianas Trench, and we've got some volcanic activity happening in this region. And the Ahyi Seamount has been erupting pretty regularly for the last several years, so this is not unusual. But this seamount gets very close to the top of the ocean, so it could be very interesting what happens in the near future. Space weather news update. The sun is blank. All the sunspots have turned around the limb and are basically going bye-bye. And there they go bye-bye. And what we're left with here is a solar minimum looking blank disk. With solar activity in low sea range levels, the sun is all quiet. Now, why is a weed killer showing up in Midwesterners' urine? Well, the same reason that everyone has glyphosate in their urine. This new weed killer, dicamba, is the hottest genetically modified poison to be sprayed on our foods. There have been now multiple dicamba-resistant food crops that are being used in the food that you eat. And that's not the bad news. Well, it is the bad news. The worst news is that dicamba is widespread now throughout the United States. Almost equivalent to glyphosate, but catching up rapidly. And with new research findings linking the chemical to neurotoxicity, kidney and liver damage, sensitization and irritization, birth and developmental defects, reproductive damage, respiratory illness. Oh, and did I mention colon and lung cancer? Well, it's anyone's guess why they are spraying this on food, unless, of course, they want to kill us. Now, an anomaly on a Maine mountain proves to be rare minerals, according to the USGS, and they were astonished. The anomaly spotted by aerial mapping technology over northern Maine has turned out to be a deposit of rare minerals critical to national defense, according to the USGS. The celebrated find was revealed on November 10th in a report that pinpoints the location as Pennington Mountain, a remote peak in the central Aroostook County, 40 miles northwest of Presque Isle, Maine. Now, the discovery included rare earth elements niobium, zirconium, which are important for electronics, defense, and manufacturing applications. So, just another wilderness area that will be destroyed and toxified by mining. Now, good news, a retired historian discovered a new ancient effigy mound near Lebanon, Wisconsin. Way to go, bro. The retired historian, in fact, discovered what is known to be Panther Mound and the Tadpole-shaped mound. And here, using LiDAR, they found these large mound structures. And there, from a very far distance, you can see the two man-made Native American sites newly discovered in Wisconsin. As many of these sites, probably over 90%, are now completely missing. Now, what is that green flash at sunset? I don't know if you've ever seen a green ball on top of the sun as it sets. Well, if you're in the right place at the right time, you might just get to witness the elusive green flash. And that's, in fact, what it's called by science. And this happens as the sun passes the horizon, and it's a relatively rare optical phenomenon. Green flashes can only be observed under the correct amalgamation of atmospheric conditions, surrounding landscape structures, and sheer luck. Now, green flashes are only observable during sunrise and sunset, as they appear when the last sliver of sun seems to be peeling away from the horizon line. They are usually seen over large bodies of water or the desert, and they require clean air and an unobstructed view of the horizon. But they can also be seen when the horizon is viewed from an elevated position, like an airplane, mountain, or tall building. So go out during sunset and sunrise and look for the green flash. Na-na. Now, a fish fossil shows the first cooking may have been 600,000 years earlier than thought. Now, many scientists and anthropologists thought that around 40, 50, 60,000 years ago, Neanderthals and Homo sapiens may have been cooking food. But after examining carp remains, researchers claim people who lived 780,000 years ago like their fish well done. Shut up, Al! He likes sushi. So this is an amazing find, pushing back cooking food 600,000 years. This is very mind-blowing. And it shows that, well, Homo sapiens and hominids like ourselves were cooking food for over 780,000 years. Now, the electric grid isn't ready for electric vehicles, and it's certainly not ready for electric big rigs. But we continue to push this transition to the detriment of the supply chain and humanity as a whole. And this is literally going to bankrupt the world and starve out large portions of the population. A study shows that the power needed to recharge electric big rigs will be equal to that of a small town. And so we don't have that type of energy. And where it's going to come from is anyone's guess. Certainly not nuclear fusion, not yet. If many of you were watching the live stream I was doing on Magnetic Reversal News, the powers that be shut us down just 22 minutes in the stream, right when we got to explain what the new discoveries were. And in fact, they were a way of using water to power all of the fossil fuel engines that currently exist on planet Earth using nuclear fusion. Yeah, limitless energy. And we're going to link you to the topic right here. Atomic energy from water, plasmoid protein power, where you can delve into yourself the process, because we can't show it to you, or we'll be eliminated. Now, you want to get healthy, stop eating these foods. Dietitians say these are the 4 worst foods for your gut health, and they include breakfast pastries like Danish, because most of these are using super cheap seed oils and other disgusting toxic products. Even though they're delicious, they literally are killing your gut. Fried foods, killing your gut. A lot of this oil they're using has been used for weeks, if not months, frying thousands of different types of foods and creating all types of carcinogenic byproducts. Stay away from diet foods, especially diet sodas and fake sweeteners. They're toxic chemicals that should not be eaten. And the most important thing is Pringles. Now, any processed food that's made with soy protein and soybean oil, they're killing you and killing your gut. Eat whole foods. Grow your own food. Try some wild edibles. Eat organic. And be safe. That's a boom. We love you. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. Be a hero. Share the video. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. We love you. Be safe. That's a boom.